Alright, how's it going guys? My name is Jeffrey and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted, I think about 2 months ago, but I just want to make this video basically to let you know of the future of dropshipping and what you should really focus on in the next couple of months and couple of weeks and so forth. So as you all know, there's been a global pandemic going on in the world, so make sure you're safe wherever you are. Hope you are keeping your family and yourself safe, and hope you're all doing the best you can in this situation. Basically, I wanted to talk about the disease and how it pertains to e-commerce and dropshipping in a particular, because we talk about dropshipping and all that stuff in this channel. So I want to cover a few things in this video, which is going to be logistics. There's going to be what your priority should be in e-commerce. Give me a sec, I forgot. Alright, so we're going to talk about logistics and what kind of your expectations should be in your priorities, as well as what you should really focus on in the next coming months to maybe the next year or so. So sit back, relax, take some notes, and make sure to watch until the end to help the channel out. And subscribe down below if you haven't already, and like the video, and comment down below what you want to see next or in future videos, so I can get to that as soon as possible. So the first thing I want to talk about is logistics. And if you don't already know from some other channels that you might have watched, e-packet is going to be an issue for the next coming months, because basically e-packet is going to be, it deals with a lot of freight carriers, and what that means is it's a lot of airplanes, and because flights and stuff as a means to deliver packages to clients and customers is actually delayed right now from all the complications regarding the flights and all that stuff, the courier. It's actually proven to be an issue in e-commerce because the packages are experiencing a lot of delays, and as a result it's going to take a long time for your customers actually to receive the package. So and it might even get to the point where it's taking almost a month or two for the packages to arrive, and that's going to be detrimental to your brand as well as your stores. So we want to make sure that your shipping line does not deal with e-packet, because that is going to be an issue. So just another heads up for you guys, so you can kind of look at our alternatives. So you might ask, what kind of other kind of shipping lines should you use other than e-packet, right? Because e-packet usually typically is the best or so-called the best dropshipping shipping line, because it's really affordable and it really allows you to scale to the moon with good margins and all that stuff. We've all been there. But since e-packet is kind of an issue nowadays, we should really look into other shipping lines. And what I would recommend is, one, it's going to be SF Express, and two, Yun Express. So if you don't already know, these are basically special shipping lines that is specifically for e-commerce. So this way it's not going to have, they're not going to have a lot of kind of delays and complications regarding shipping, and the tracking numbers are going to be really easy to kind of show. And I've heard also from other YouTubers and other information sources as well that the packages are actually going to be all in English as opposed to Chinese, and it's not going to show the value of the product, which is going to be essential and kind of ideal when it comes to branding your packages, because the last thing you want to do is have Chinese words on your package. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm proud to be Chinese, but you don't want to have Chinese packaging because it might ruin your brand or your brand image, or just the overall impression of your brand, store, or whatever you want to call it. So SF Express and Yun Express are the two kind of shipping options or shipping lines that you want to consider. Usually, especially if you're using AliExpress, they don't have that specifically for the options. So what you will probably need to do is contact your supplier directly once you have some orders coming in, or you can let them know. You can just kind of lie and say, we're doing like 10-20 orders a day, and you basically say, do you have a special shipping line? And then you would ask them to either do it through a VIP link or some sort on AliExpress, or kind of look into it after you've done some scaling. So usually that's the case because AliExpress vendors, they do not use this shipping option because it is, again, a special line shipping option and usually more expensive than e-packet. But in this time, in this crisis, you want to have your product shipped as soon as possible. And even if it means cutting into your margins, you want to make your customers happy as well. So these are 2 logistics shipping lines that I really recommend and for you to look into. The second thing I want to talk about basically is to really set customer expectations. And what I mean by that is basically letting them know and be upfront that your packages or your products are going to be delayed when it comes to shipping the item to them. You know, a lot of people, a lot of customers, they probably already know what's going on in this global pandemic. It's going to take a while, or even, you know, probably a bit longer for their products to arrive. So they already have that kind of expectations, but you really have to make sure that you are setting it, or you are making very clear that, you know, this virus is going on. So you are well aware of the situation and you want to let them know through your storefront. So you might put a banner in your store. You might want to do a post-purchase email saying, you know, it might take some longer time to do it. You might put it in your FAQ or your product page or whatever, but just basically be upfront with your shipping times and the delays and, you know, the kind of situation that's been going on. And more often than not, customers are going to be really kind of really happy and satisfied that you're transparent with them, because it means that you are honest and you are a brand that they can trust and, you know, get their money to get to you, you know. So setting your customers' expectations is going to be really important when it comes to, you know, you could do it through in the front storefront, through a banner, through your product pages, through your post-purchase email, and maybe through a personal email as well from your customer service. So just basically just telling them all the way through that this COVID-19, this disease is going to be an issue regarding logistics, and it's going to take some time for them to get the parcel, longer than usual. So another thing I want to talk about is priorities, right? And when it comes to running an e-commerce/dropshipping store, what you don't want to do is to really scale your store to big numbers, because first of all, you don't know if the stocks levels are going to be there to accommodate the orders that you're taking in. And second of all, you know, you don't really know what's the situation with the supplier. Sure, you can talk with them. You can talk with them, you know, on Skype or whatever platform, but you don't ever really know that they have enough stock for you to accommodate, for them to accommodate your orders, right? Let's say you have like 50 orders, 100 orders a day, and that's, you know, quite a lot already to begin with. And you don't really know if all of those orders are going to go, you know, go to your customers on time without expecting any delays. So what you don't want to focus on is scaling, but rather you want to focus more on website design. You want to focus on optimizing, maybe learning new skills, developing more digital marketing techniques and strategy. For example, if you're doing Facebook ads, you can, you know, try different CBO strategies, or you could look into Google ads, Bing ads, whatever it may be. So it's a good opportunity for you to kind of try new things and make sure that this whole global pandemic is dying down in order for you to really scale to bigger numbers, because the last thing you want to do is to have a bunch of complaints and chargebacks, and most importantly not have enough stock for, you know, for all your customers that bought from you. So you don't want to do that. You want to avoid all refunds and all the trouble. So make sure you're focusing on the right things, which is those things that we talked about. But I want to say, the last thing I want to say also is, and the bottom line is that people are still actually trying to buy online. They actually enjoy buying online, in fact, and more people are going to spend more time at home, because especially in the States, a lot of countries and a lot of cities in other countries are in lockdown. So they don't really have a choice but to stay at home. And when it comes to staying at home, there's not much you could do, so they tend to spend more time online and shopping. So that's where you come in, and you can give them products that they think they need that you can offer, and market your products to them. As long as you have a really good offer and really good products and you're transparent as a brand, they will buy from you. You know, shopping is usually an addiction because it is a dopamine triggering activity. So people will keep buying. The matter is just what kind of products that you want to sell that will accommodate to their situation. So right now, probably buying problem-solving products that's outside of their, you know, that's used outside of the house, it might not be ideal because they don't really need it at the moment. So you have to think about what kind of products that people are willing to use and want to use while they're at home. You know, it might be some cleaning, some home improvement stuff. some family toys, some kind of tool maybe that helps them learn new things. I don't know. Just anything that would be useful indoors and that they could use in their spare time. So think about that, because the bottom line is people are still buying. So really now this time is a good opportunity for you to learn new skills, trying to improve your logistics, because that's how you're going to build a proper brand, and building systems and making sure that your website is optimized. So all these things that you can really kind of learn and develop while this global pandemic is going on. But the last thing you want to do is to scale your store to big numbers because of the issues that we just highlighted. Basically, this is what I've been doing for the past month or two. I haven't actually been running my stores. I probably said that in my previous video. If you haven't already watched, I actually took a break from e-commerce. That is why also I stopped uploading videos, mainly because I want to focus on other aspects of my life, career or relationships or whatever it may be. So I took a break, but I've also been constantly being updated with the kind of news and the global pandemic pertaining to dropshipping and e-commerce. So I just want to share that with you guys, as well as kind of learn more skills and really try to improve logistics to build an actual and long-term brand. So thanks for watching until the end, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below, and yeah, stay safe guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.